Be silent for the most part, or, if you speak, say only what is necessary and in a few words. Epictetus. Welcome, seekers of wisdom, to our journey into Stoicism. Today, we will explore one of the most important principles of this ancient philosophy, the art of silence. Why is it so valuable to keep some things to ourselves? What are the benefits of being discreet and prudent with our words? And what are the 7 things you should not expose to others, according to the Stoics? Stay tuned to find out. Before we begin, please make sure to activate the notification bell, so that you do not miss any videos in the future. And as always, strive to be the best version of yourself. The Stoics believed that silence was a virtue and a sign of wisdom. They understood that words have power, and that we should use them wisely and sparingly. They also knew that by speaking less, we can listen more, learn more, and avoid unnecessary conflicts and troubles. As Seneca wrote, "The more a man writes, the more he can write. The more he speaks, the more he can say. The more he learns, the more he knows. But what does it profit him? He will only be a greater nuisance to others and a greater burden to himself." One of the ways to practice silence is to refrain from exposing certain things to others. The Stoics had several reasons for this: to protect our privacy and dignity, to avoid envy and gossip, to prevent boasting and arrogance, and to cultivate modesty and humility. Here are 7 things you should not expose to others, based on the Stoic teachings. 1. Your personal problems. The Stoics advised us not to complain or lament about our difficulties and misfortunes. They saw this as a sign of weakness and ingratitude. Instead, they encouraged us to face our challenges with courage and resilience, and to seek solutions rather than sympathy. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't tell yourself anything more than what the initial impressions report." It's been reported to you that someone is speaking badly about you. This is the report wasn't that you've been harmed. 2. Your secrets. The Stoics valued trust and loyalty, and they warned us not to betray the confidence of others or ourselves. They taught us not to reveal our secrets or those entrusted to us by our friends and family. They also cautioned us not to divulge our plans or intentions before they are accomplished, as this may invite interference or opposition from others. As Epictetus said, "If you want your children, your wife, your friends to live forever, if you want them never to die, if you want them never to suffer any harm, if you want them never to be in danger, if you want them never to be in pain, if you want them never to be in sorrow, if you want them never to be in fear, if you want them never to be in doubt, if you want them never to be in ignorance, if you want them never to be in error, if you want them never to be in folly, if you want them never to be in vice, if you want them never to be in disgrace, keep quiet about all these things." 3. Your wealth. The Stoics taught us not to be attached or obsessed with money and possessions. They reminded us that these are external things that are not under our control, and that they do not define our worth or happiness. They also advised us not to flaunt or brag about our wealth, as this may provoke envy or resentment from others, or attract thieves or beggars. As Seneca said, "The greatest wealth is poverty adjusted by reason." 4. Your faults. The Stoics urged us not to expose our faults or shortcomings to others, unless we are seeking their help or advice. They argued that by doing so, we may damage our reputation or credibility, or give others an opportunity to mock or criticize us. They also suggested that we should focus on improving ourselves rather than dwelling on our mistakes or weaknesses. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't parade around your ideas like a child with a new toy." 5. Your opinions. The Stoics advised us not to express our opinions or judgments on every matter or occasion. They pointed out that by doing so, we may offend or alienate others who have different views or beliefs, or expose ourselves to arguments or disputes that are futile or harmful. They also recommended that we should examine our opinions carefully before we share them with others, and make sure that they are based on reason and evidence rather than on emotion or prejudice. As Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. 6. Your achievements. The Stoics warned us not to expose our achievements or successes to others, unless we are asked or required to do so. They explained that by doing so, we may appear boastful or arrogant, or invite comparison or competition from others. They also encouraged us to be humble and grateful for our achievements, and to acknowledge the role of fortune and others in our accomplishments. As Seneca said, the way to enjoy one's good fortune is to share it with others. 7. Your virtues. The Stoics taught us not to expose our virtues or good deeds to others, unless we are setting an example or inspiring others to do the same. They claimed that by doing so, we may lose the reward of virtue, which is its own satisfaction and joy. They also instructed us to be modest and discreet about our virtues, and to avoid hypocrisy or self-righteousness. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best way of avenging yourself is not to become like the wrongdoer. I appreciate you if you have made it this far. Leave a comment if you have any questions or feedback about the Stoic principle of silence. But hold on, there are still some more tips to discuss. How can you apply this principle in your daily life? Here are some practical suggestions. Practice silence as a form of meditation. Set aside some time each day to be quiet and mindful, and to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment or attachment. Practice silence as a form of self-control. Before you speak, ask yourself, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? If not, refrain from speaking. Practice silence as a form of respect. Listen attentively and empathetically to others, and do not interrupt or contradict them unless you have something constructive or helpful to say. Practice silence as a form of wisdom. Learn from others who are more knowledgeable or experienced than you, and do not pretend to know more than you do. Practice silence as a form of peace. Avoid gossip, slander, and quarrels, and do not engage in idle or harmful talk. By practicing silence, you will benefit from many advantages. You will improve your mental clarity and focus, your emotional balance and calmness, your social harmony and trust, your moral integrity and dignity, and your spiritual growth and happiness. You will also follow the example of the Stoic sages, who were renowned for their eloquence and wisdom. Thank you for watching this video on the Stoic art of silence. I hope you found it useful and informative. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more Stoic insights and guidance. And remember, be silent for the most part, or, if you speak, say only what is necessary and in a few words. Epictetus.